tonight.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive.
Now they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
Baker going to throw this right away.
It's caught by Mike Evans. The numbers for Evans a week ago: 9 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get to the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage.
And it's 3rd and 4. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Four yards remain for second down.
Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
The Ravens at 4-3, a game over 500. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Following the interception, Mayfield delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On third down, Mayfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the interception, here's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. A chance of coming out with a W.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they worked, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. 30, 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run here with Dobbins. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end Andrews. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. Oh, good move. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down trot.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. He completes it to Evans. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Mayfield to throw it. This one taken in by Otten. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now back to the ground game with White. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run the draw play. This is White. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Palmer. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. 2nd down at 5. Mayfield. This is White on the screen. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Mayfield now.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They run straight ahead here with White. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Crosby is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Jackson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson rolling to his left.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less.
Jackson now. The quick slant caught. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games coming up this weekend. The first coming over in London. An early start, though, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. The Broncos taking on the Jags. Then, more good stuff to follow later in the afternoon. One good one being under the dome in Indy, where it'll be the Colts taking on what should be a very tough opponent. Then on Sunday night, could this be a preview of Super Bowl 57? Green Bay and Buffalo from Highmark Stadium at 8:20 Eastern Time. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again on second down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. First down, here's White. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. To throw, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll go up the middle with White. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Rashad White with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And that drive was finished off with a run from the rookie, Rashad White. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Jackson finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Opting to run again. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball.
And now here come the Ravens. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson over the middle. It's complete.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Back to throw. Jackson. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On a handoff, it's White. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 84 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a give to White, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. This one complete to Tunyon underneath, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And have the Buccaneers 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Throw complete. That's Chase Edmonds out of the backfield. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson throwing out left and finding Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Now it's Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Jackson's throw brought in here by Bateman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 23. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now Jackson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flowers. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 24-21, 2:19 to play. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Connects. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground with White. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. On the give, it's White. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here. 2nd and 11 now. On the handoff, this is White. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome is in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Bucs,
they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.